Yo, what is good, people? I go by the name of Killer Beezy and welcome back to the channel, man. If you guys have been enjoying the videos on the channel, make sure you guys are smashing the like button. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And if you're not following your boy on Twitch, make sure you follow me. The link to the Twitch is in the description below. And also make sure you guys join the Discord, okay? Now, before I get into talking about how I'm preparing for the one, a few people have reached out to me and asked me randomly that, yo, when did I get green gopher because of the video I posted yesterday? Now, for some of you that aren't aware or don't watch me on Twitch, I did say originally, like, before this banner even was announced, right? I said if there was ever gonna be a banner that brought green gopher back out, I would summon on it, okay? Prior to that, I was fully saving for the one Escanor, and then they released this banner. So I done what originally happened was I done one full rotation, didn't get green gopher. Then I think I went up to step 2 or step 3. I think it was step 2, and then I stopped, and then I was like, bro, let me just one final time. Now, I'll send a massive shout out to one of my boys. I won't mention his name, but big shout out to one of my bros, because I wasn't actually gonna summon on this banner. I was gonna hold tight, and one of my boys actually reached out to me and he said, bro, like, I've got you, don't worry, if everything is good with me, like, I got you for the one Escanor summons, like in regards to gems and stuff. I was like, all right, cool. So that's kind of like I want a massive shout out to him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have summoned on this banner, and then I wouldn't have had green gopher, man. So that's the only reason why I summoned on this, okay? Now, obviously, what happened was I done a one rotation, then I done the first 2 steps again, then I stopped, and I was like, oh, forget it, man. Then I was laying in bed, like, not last night, but the night before, and I was like, bro, step 3, step 4, step 5, I was like, it's only 90 gems, man, that's minor. So I summoned, and then on the 5th step, I got green gopher. And I was like, jeez! And then I was like, yeah, let's just go to step 7 because it's only 31 more gems. And then before you knew it, we done 2 full rotations. But that's neither here or there, okay? But anyway, that's something I done off stream and obviously off camera, so that's why you guys didn't see it. So I was over the moon. I didn't even know it was real. I had to wake up in the morning and like quickly log into my account. You know when you wake up and you're like, oh, and then you kind of, and you have that thought of, did I get green gopher? I logged into my game quick, saw it, and it was there. I was like, yes, it was sick. So anyway, so for those of you wondering how I got green gopher because you didn't see it on the channel or because you didn't see it in a live stream, that's what happened, okay? Now, anyway, so what I want to talk about is like the Escanor, right? So the one Escanor, for everyone and their mom has been saving for the one Escanor for a very long time. Now, do I have any blue units from scratch? I'm just trying to think. Okay, I don't have any blue units from scratch. So I can't show you what you would need from a kind of a 1-star awaken. But the first things first, what you want to do is make sure you have enough materials of what you need to fully awaken Escanor. That's the one thing, right? So that, you know, some of you may have one of these, the full awaken tokens. I always try and make sure I save one just in case I get a surprise or you know, a derriere pops up, you know, and then we could just fully awaken a unit. But in these scenarios, as you can see, like, you know, I already know off the top of my head that I already have the first 3 materials for a blue unit, so I'm fine with those 2. So what I literally did, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I believe it's 50%, it's half stamina right now for 3 stages, so you guys can actually farm the materials that you need right now, prior to, I think you got today and tomorrow to actually farm the materials that you're gonna need for the one, okay? So you want to make sure, I've made sure that I've got all of these. I've made sure that I clicked on the next orb that I'm going to need, and I've obviously made sure I've got everything I need there. And then last but not least, so I know that when Escanor comes, instead of me having to do it the lazy way and just use my full awaken token, I can literally just grind the materials that I need for each star awaken, and then I can literally just go and just awaken and using my materials rather than just being lazy and using the stones, right? So so that's one thing I want to do. Now, the next thing I was thinking about was for gear for Escanor, right? And I originally was thinking to run a HP crit set for the one Escanor, but I think this is like the most smartest free-to-play thing to do. Now, I have, as you can see, full UR gear for my normal Escanor, right? Oh, pretty decent stats. They're not great. I haven't changed the stats or made any kind of amendment since, because I done this. Escanor was my first unit that I gave UR gear to, right? So I haven't kind of, as you can see, that's bad rolls. That could do with an increase, but I haven't really like focused too much. That gear piece is quite good. On kind of like finalizing it, you know. The basic stat here could be improved a little bit, but other than that, that's okay. The base stat on this was really bad, man. Like, it was like one of the, again, this was one of the first gear sets that I built. So the substats wasn't great on here, man. So sorry, not the substats. The basic stats wasn't that great on here. The substats could definitely do with some improvement. But this brings me on to the reason why I'm mentioning this in this video. Okay, this is as close to a good gear set as I'm gonna get, right? So now my thing here is, instead of me building a whole new massive gear set, from a free-to-play perspective, just amend the gear I already have for Escanor. Now, what I mean by that is, for me, this gear set, the rolls on here are pretty bad, right? And then this one here is pretty good. However, what I'm thinking is, if I want to run in a, like, for instance, running an attack crit set, which is what I run on Sariel, if I want to run something like that for the one Escanor, I could literally remove these two pieces. So let's remove these, and I can literally just put, I could literally just work on two crit pieces here. Now, I don't know if this one's going to be pretty good stats. Yeah, the basic stats on that are pretty bad. I might have another gear set. Give me a second. Let me just look and see, because I've got random gear on a load of different characters. So let me just check if I've got another one with better rolls. Give me a sec. Okay, so luckily enough, I actually found one. Like, as soon as I went to the character to the left, I actually found the piece straight away. So as you can see, so this piece here isn't great because you know, the basic stats on it are pretty low. But when I remove this one and I bring in this is another piece that I farmed a few weeks ago. This piece here, as you can see, is a perfect roll. Okay, so we can literally use that piece and this piece, which is quite good basic stats as well. And I can literally just build them two pieces up, and then now you are them, so they're both pieces for Escanor. I've got like three. I believe I have three. Let me just double check, because I know my anvils are quite low. I know my anvils are quite low, but it's good timing because everything's coming up half stamina this week. So I just want to take a look here to see how much of these things I have here for the anvil dungeon. So I've got 3 of them, right? So I can literally go in and farm quite a lot of anvils. If you guys are big spenders, you could pick up this package here for anvils, which is 1,000 anvils. Obviously the price for me it's £23 in the UK, but for you guys, obviously you can get 1,000 anvils for whatever the currency is in your, if you're a whale, obviously, or you know, you feel like being a spender to pick up that particular item, right? But yeah, so what I'm gonna do as a free-to-play option is I'm literally just gonna make these two, build these two into UR gears, and then UR gear for Escanor. And then what I would do is when I want to use the one Escanor, I'd have this gear set on him, and then when I want to use normal Escanor, I can literally just give him back the other 2 pieces. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having red Escanor and green Escanor running attack crit, to be fair. I mean, I don't really use my green Escanor for anything, to be honest. And for my red Escanor, I only really use him in Crimson, so like, it's irrelevant whether, you know, his HP is so high that it's irrelevant whether he has kind of like attack defense or attack crit on him. To be fair, it's not really going to make that much of a major difference. So so that's what I'm thinking to do, just to save myself. You know, obviously not everybody has the resources to just go and make a whole new gear set for Escanor, considering that you've probably got a UR gear set for Escanor already. So you know, for those of you who do have a gear set for Escanor already, you may want to obviously you might not want to tweak your gear. You could still run attack defense on him if you wanted to, but considering he is a character like kind of similar to Sariel in the case of, like, you know, they've got high crit damage, high crit chance, and he can do a lot more damage, obviously with obviously little things like, you know, obviously have it if you've got a built up Sariel and like he's as close to 6/6 as possible, you can run Sariel as an association on the one Escanor, and having an attack crit gear set on him is gonna do amazing stuff, man. So this is what I'm gonna do at first, and if I find that, you know, maybe my Escanor's dying a bit too quick, or I need you know, like there's little scenarios where like I need him to have a little bit more HP for survivability, or I want to bump up his CC a bit more, then obviously I'll kind of change the other pieces and just build a HP set for him to go with the crit set. But I'm gonna try this for now because this is the most least cost-effective method for me to get really good results from the one Escanor without me having to put a lot of resources into it. So you know, if you guys, just wanted to obviously give you guys a heads up because some of you guys may not be able to obviously build a whole new gear set for another Escanor. So this is obviously a solution. Obviously, if you have the resources to build a brand new gear set for Escanor, then by all means go ahead if you want to do that. But this is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be obviously testing this and seeing how it is. Again, if you're someone that don't even play geared PvP, then all this information is irrelevant. but yeah, let me know your plans for your the one Escanor when you do pull him. Let me know if you guys are going to be building a whole new gear set for him, or if you're going to be using the gear set that you already have for your normal Escanor, or whether you're just going to tweak the gear set that you have and maybe, like, you know, take out 2 pieces and change it for something else. So yeah, let me know what you guys' plans are in the comments below. It's going to be interesting to see like what people's plans are to do. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, man. Take care for now, guys. Peace.